Good evening, sir. Today we are going to tell you something about Delta motors and how to operate it efficiently after commissioning. There are few cases which have been reported that this motor, after giving the connection, also doesn't move. That is because the brake inside there doesn't get released and hence the rotor doesn't move. So what we need to check, after we start it after a long time, first we need to give the supply for 1 or 2, 3 times and put it on and off for after 1 second each. Show me. 1 second. Yeah, the shaft is not moving, the brake are jam. Again we will put it on, and now again this is not moving. So what we need to check, first we need to check the connection, and we need to check that there is a single cable without a joint up to the starter. Now we have to open the cover, which we have already opened, and now we have to make this thing, we have to release this thing so that the brake liner which are jammed inside get free and they allow the motor to move. Now how to do it is a very simple step. There are nuts, male and female nuts given here, and we need to loosen it up a bit so that this things move easily and the brake get released and the motor start moving. So we're going to show you right now. Please put the power on. Now see, this is jam, the current has been given. Isko release kariye. Now this has been released, you can see. Now this is already started moving. After a simple loosening, this has started moving. Now this liner is moving perfectly okay, and the shaft is also moving perfectly okay, and there is some sound which will go after the adjustment of these nuts. Once the sound is minimum, we will adjust and keep this nut female tight, both the end tight, so there is no sound, and this liner and this thing is moving freely. You can see it here that this is moving freely after we have put in the current, and there is no jam of the liner. So in this way we need to ensure that the brake gets free before the motor is started, otherwise the motor will burn. Now the second important thing is this spring from here to here has to be 40 mm and not more than that or not less than that. And similarly the air gap between the this thing here should be 0.5 mm, sorry, which is mentioned in the nameplate. It is mentioned here as to how much gap is to be given there. So by these small points we will ensure that our motor doesn't burn out due to brake jam or some other reason. Important point which need to be noted: after running for some time, this liner gets naturally wear out because this is like a brake shoe. It's wear out, and there is a gap between it. So we need to adjust this nut and bolt to closing it up so that there is not much gap between these liners, and there is no sound in the motor. So if the brakes start making sound, kindly adjust the brakes through this nut and bolt, this two nut and bolt. Similarly, there is a shaft inside on which this hub is there, and over that there is this liner. This liner is there. Over that there is a liner. So there is a ply between the two. This is a normal wear and tear. So what we need to do, we have to take this out. We have to release this spring and we have to take this liner out. We have to give a small hammering over here on this metal on both the side, so that this comes a bit inside, and when this liner is put on this hub, there is no ply in it, and hence this liner will not make sound. So this small point need to be kept in mind for maintenance and smooth operation of Delta motors. Thank you.